Catholicism and Orthodoxy are the ones I've always looked at. I was raised Catholic, but didn't learn a lot from Catholic priests or anything. But my grandmother was Catholic, so I learned the Catholic ways. She had 9 children, so did my other grandparents from my father's side. Had 9 or 8 children. Anyways, big families and owned farms and had livestock and prayed to God and went to church, and they served that, and generally pretty good people. If it wasn't for the cultural subversion of the 1960s, their children would be a lot better. But we're coming around. It didn't last more than a generation. It seems like it only took a generation for people just to go, fuck this. I am not. I don't care about fancy pants and lollipops. It's all it took. I don't know, it fell apart so quickly, and all these boomer parents have so much guilt about it. They realize they bought the lie, and that's why the moon landing is so important to Owen Benjamin. It proves the point. It shows almost every way that it just shows like their greatest weakness. And Owen shows it over and over and over again, and it's funnier and funnier and funnier because that's just how it works. It's the more and more people deny it, the funnier and funnier it gets. We didn't go to the moon. It's hilarious. It's so much fun because they just don't get it. It's what it takes. It's just going to take a lot of, we didn't go to the moon, 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 and the same story and over again until they get it. And then they can unravel the rest of their lives, how they chose careers and money over children, spending time with children, and so I'm more than faithful to that. So faithful to the changes, and I'm glad to be part of a generation that's figuring this out. So that's figuring out the lies and putting everything back and basically to the ways of my parents. My grandmother lived kind of, I don't know, she bought into the grocery store, but she didn't grow up that way, and a lot of things stuck with her that way. So my sister respects my grandmother a lot, looks up to her more than my mother, and is always kind of poking my mother with things, and my mother just doesn't know how to deal with it. But my mother also has a lot of good qualities. She's a very loving person, so she's a good mom. She understands what right and wrong is,